Okay, Jack.
A heartwarming scene unfolds at JFK Airport. We meet Jack and Kate, college sweethearts, locked in a tender embrace. Their love story is at a crossroads, with Jack about to embark on a year-long adventure in London. Kate's heart is heavy, fearing their bond might unravel across the miles. But Jack, ever the optimist, paints a vivid picture of their future. Her conquering law school, him making waves in finance. Kate, though, wonders if they're missing the forest for the trees. Shouldn't love trump career aspirations? With a passionate kiss, Jack reassures her that their love is unbreakable. Fast forward 13 years, and we find Jack in a swanky apartment, bidding farewell to Paula after a casual night together. It's Christmas Eve, but Jack's mind is elsewhere. As he starts his day, we get glimpses of his life. Friendly chats with neighbors, dispensing financial wisdom to his doorman, and zipping off to work in a flashy Ferrari. At the office, Jack's in his element, leading a high-stakes meeting about a game-changing merger. But not everyone's feeling the holiday spirit. Alan, a fellow board member, is torn between work and family commitments. Jack, laser-focused on success, can't quite relate. He sees dollar signs where others see missed family dinners. As the meeting wraps up, a blast from the past comes knocking. Kate, his college flame, has been trying to reach him. Little does Jack know, she's on the brink of marriage, a stark reminder of the path not taken. What will Jack do when confronted with the ghosts of Christmas past? Imagine the tension rising as Jack's assistant, incredulous at the thought of her boss settling down, reaches for the phone. But Jack, quick as a whip, stops her. He's not ready to stir up old emotions, especially not on Christmas Eve. Enter Peter, the chairman, dispensing wisdom like a fortune cookie. Handle old flames like taxes. Cut them loose. As night falls, Jack bids farewell to Frank, the company's watchful guardian, and sets off on foot. Craving some holiday cheer, he pops into a corner store for eggnog. But fate has other plans. In walks a man with Lady Luck on his side, a lottery ticket worth $238 burning a hole in his pocket. The air crackles with tension as the cashier questions its authenticity, and suddenly a gun appears. But our Jack, ever the dealmaker, sees an opportunity. With silver-tongued charm, he proposes a win-win. $200 for the ticket, a chance for the man to cash in elsewhere, and a tidy $38 profit. Crisis averted, Jack can't help but offer some life advice along with the cash. The stranger's cryptic parting words hang in the air like a fog, hinting at unseen forces at play. Exhausted, Jack tumbles into bed, blissfully unaware that his world is about to turn upside down. Morning brings a shocking surprise. Kate, his long-lost love, snuggled beside him, and two children bouncing in like excited puppies. Jack's mind reels, struggling to process this impossible scenario. In a panic, he bolts downstairs, only to find more surprises waiting. His sleek Ferrari vanished. In its place, a mundane Cadillac and Kate's parents, oblivious to his confusion. Desperate for answers, Jack races to the city, clinging to the hope that his doorman, Tony, will recognize him. But Tony's blank stare and Mrs. Peterson's bewilderment only deepen the mystery. As threats of police involvement loom, Jack retreats, his mind a whirlwind of questions. With nowhere else to turn, he points the unfamiliar Cadillac towards his office, praying for a shred of normalcy in this topsy-turvy world. Jack, our once confident executive, now a fish out of water, arrives at his former stronghold. But wait, Frank, the steadfast guardian, blocks his path. Jack's protests fall on deaf ears as he desperately points to the board member's sign, only to find his name replaced by Alan's. Talk about a fall from grace. As if things couldn't get weirder, Jack spots his beloved Ferrari cruising by, driven by none other than our enigmatic mystery man. In a whirlwind moment, Jack finds himself in the passenger seat, clutching a paper bag like a lifeline. The stranger drops cryptic hints about glimpses and figuring things out, leaving Jack more confused than ever. With a mystical bell thrust into his hands, Jack's unceremoniously booted from his own car. Talk about a wild ride. Determined to make sense of this topsy-turvy world, Jack heads back to Kate, only to realize he's lost in his own neighborhood. In a comedic twist, he barges into a stranger's home, only to discover it belongs to his old pal Ari. As they catch up, Jack's mind reels with each new revelation about his alternate life. Back at his supposed home, Kate greets him with a mixture of love and exasperation. Jack's attempts to explain his bizarre situation fall flat, leaving Kate frustrated with his strange excuses. In a moment of desperation, Jack frantically rings the mysterious bell, only to be interrupted by his daughter's call. As if juggling an identity crisis wasn't enough, Jack now faces the wrath of disappointed children and a looming social engagement. The Thompson party, apparently a highlight of his year, now feels like a daunting challenge. Jack's dismay at his modest wardrobe adds a touch of humor to his predicament. At the party, we see Jack navigating this new social landscape surrounded by unfamiliar faces that claim to be old friends. It's a dance of awkward conversations and forced smiles as he tries to piece together the puzzle of his new life. Will Jack embrace this new reality or fight to reclaim his old life, and what lessons might he learn along the way? Evelyn, with a mischievous glint in her eye, corners Jack at the party. Our hero, still reeling from his new reality, awkwardly navigates her flirtations. Back home, Kate rewards him with dog-walking duty, not exactly the glamorous life he's used to. Morning brings new challenges as a baby's wails pierce the air. Jack, clueless as ever, fumbles through diaper duty with little Annie as his pint-sized mentor. In a heartwarming twist, Annie's suspicion that Jack's an alien impersonator leads to a touching moment of honesty and chocolate milk diplomacy. Welcome to Earth, indeed. The adventure continues as Jack, once a high-flying exec, finds himself in the world of tire sales at Big Ed's. Picture his bewilderment as he steps into a cramped office, a far cry from his plush corporate digs. Family photos on the wall tell the tale of a road not taken, the fateful night he chose love over London. Just when Jack thinks he's getting a handle on things, fate throws him a curveball. There on TV, his old life taunts him as the merger he orchestrated unfolds without him. His frustration boils over, but Kate's sudden appearance shifts the mood. Her affectionate advances catch Jack off guard, leading to an awkward dance of desire and hesitation. The next day brings a shopping trip that turns into a battleground. Jack, still clinging to his old lifestyle, insists on a suit that's way beyond their means. Kate's practical objections clash with Jack's stubborn determination, sparking a heated exchange. It's a poignant reminder of the vast gulf between Jack's two lives and the challenges he faces in bridging that gap. Jack, humbled by the price tag, backs down from his suit-buying crusade. On the drive home, the tension melts away as he and Kate fall into easy conversation. It's a trip down memory lane, revealing the twists of fate that led them here. An unexpected bundle of joy, a life-saving moment, and a career pivot that changed everything. Fast forward to the bowling alley, where Jack's friends watch in disbelief as the once stellar bowler fumbles every throw. It's a comical reminder that this isn't quite the Jack they remember. Back home, a playful chase ensues over a pilfered chocolate cake. As they giggle and kiss on the stairs, we see glimpses of their younger selves. But Jack's failure to utter those magic words Kate longs to hear puts a damper on the mood. Later, Jack stumbles upon a nostalgic video treasure, Kate's birthday party from years ago. There he is, serenading her with friends, a reminder of the romantic he used to be. The next morning brings a bittersweet surprise. Kate's thoughtful anniversary gift, a suit Jack had longed for, is met with empty hands and a look of panic. Our hero has forgotten their special day. Annie, ever the wise little helper, plants the seed of a grand gesture to make things right. And what a gesture it is. Jack whisks Kate away to the big city for a night of gourmet delights and spontaneous dancing. As they twirl among envious onlookers, we see the spark rekindling between them. In a moment of vulnerability, Jack opens up about his identity crisis. Gone is the cocky Wall Street hotshot, replaced by a man grappling with uncertainty. Kate's admission of her own doubts creates a touching moment of shared vulnerability. Will this newfound appreciation for the simple joys of family life stick, or is Jack's old world still calling his name? Jack and Kate, wrapped in luxury and rekindled passion, savoring a night at a posh hotel. It's a far cry from their everyday life, yet somehow feels more real than ever. As days pass, we see Jack embracing his new role, from playful moments with Annie and Josh to passionate goodbyes with Kate before work. The once reluctant tire salesman now finds joy in the simple art of helping customers. But fate has a twist in store. Peter, a ghost from Jack's past life, rolls into the shop with a flat tire. In a moment of brilliance, Jack dazzles him with in-depth merger analysis, proving he's still got the Wall Street magic. This chance encounter sets the stage for a dramatic return to Jack's old world. Picture Jack, looking every inch the executive, striding into his former office. As he faces Peter and Alan, we witness a man transformed. With newfound wisdom, Jack weaves a tapestry of insights about people and business that leaves Peter utterly convinced of his value. It's a masterclass in understanding human nature, showcasing how Jack's glimpse has given him a unique perspective. The plot thickens as Alan, threatened by Jack's sudden reappearance, tries to intimidate him. But our hero, armed with newfound confidence and insight, turns the tables, leaving Alan stunned and off balance. The climax builds as Jack unveils a surprise to Kate, a luxurious city apartment, a symbol of the life they could have. But Kate's reaction isn't what he expected. Her practical concerns about uprooting their family life clash with Jack's grand vision. We see the conflict play out on their faces, the allure of success versus the warmth of their current life. As Kate voices her worries about long commutes and time away from the kids, we're left wondering, will Jack choose the glittering promise of his old life or the rich, messy reality of his new one? Jack, back in his old home, stumbles upon a relic from his past, the London flight ticket. Kate's fear of losing him again hangs in the air, only to be swept away by Jack's surprising return the next day. In a moment of raw emotion, Kate declares her willingness to uproot their life for love, leaving Jack to ponder the weight of her words. The next scene is a heartwarming tableau, Jack and Annie frolicking in the snow, limo, their laughter echoing through the crisp air. Annie's innocent belief in her real dad's return tugs at our heartstrings, as does her tender embrace of Jack. Later, in a twist of fate, Jack encounters the enigmatic man behind his glimpse at a local store. Their tense exchange crackles with emotion as Jack, now fiercely protective of his new life, confronts the architect of his journey. The man's cryptic reminder about the temporary nature of glimpses adds a bittersweet note to Jack's newfound happiness. Back home, we witness touching moments as Jack checks on his sleeping children. His whispered words to Annie about returning to the mothership are both playful and poignant. In the bedroom, Jack's plea to Kate to remember him as he is now is heart-wrenching, hinting at the impending end of this magical interlude. As Jack takes the dog for one last walk, letting it run free, we feel the weight of his impending return to reality. His struggle to stay awake, to savor every last second of this life, is a poignant reminder of how precious these moments have become to him. The spell breaks as Jack awakens in his luxurious apartment, thrust back into his old life. Paula's holiday wishes fall on deaf ears as Jack, disoriented and desperate, races to find Kate. The crushing disappointment when a stranger answers the door of his house is palpable. In a final twist, reality comes crashing back as Jack's colleague reminds him of a meeting. We're left wondering, how will this glimpse into a different life change Jack? Will he chase the happiness he found or slip back into his old ways? In his office, Alan notices Jack without a suit and asks if everything's okay. But before Jack can answer, Alan quickly shifts to a more pressing matter. The merger deal is on the verge of collapse. Jack, seemingly drained of excitement in life, tells Alan he'll step in and speak with the involved parties to salvage the deal. "This is my life," he says, accepting the responsibility. As Jack rides in his limousine, he makes a phone call to track down Kate's address. When he arrives, he notices people packing and moving things out. Inside, he spots Kate, who tells him she's relocating to Paris for work. Her law firm has an office there. Jack, visibly curious, asks if she's married. She responds with a simple no and hands him a box filled with his old belongings, explaining that's why she reached out. Meanwhile, Kate's assistant mentions booking her a flight for 7 p.m., which Jack overhears. With Kate busy handling other matters, Jack exits and returns to his limousine. Instead of heading to the business meeting, Jack asks the driver to take him home. As he sifts through the old items Kate gave him, he stumbles upon photos of the two of them together. Nostalgia hits hard, and without wasting a second, he glances at his watch, leaps out of the limo, and speeds toward the airport. Upon arrival, he spots Kate just in time and calls out her name. When their eyes meet, Jack rushes to explain. He paints a vivid picture of a life they could have, a house in Jersey, 2 wonderful kids, and a love that runs deep. Although it might all seem like a dream to him, Jack insists that nothing has ever felt more real. He pleads with Kate not to board that plane, warning her that if she does, everything will vanish forever. Instead, he asks her to stay for just one night and have a cup of coffee with him. After a brief pause, Kate agrees, and the two share a heartfelt conversation over coffee at the airport cafe, reconnecting as if no time had passed.